All right, here we go for turn 1 action phase 1. First order of business, start of the turn, is drawing a special action card. Start of the game, each side only gets one, so this will be pretty easy to begin with. Just giving it a quick shuffle here. Quick shuffle, quick shuffle, and a cut. All right, Trans-Mississippi. So there's a couple of different actions we can do with that. We can hold on to it and use it when we attack. Gets a die roll modifier. We can use it to make a forced march. Couple of different things, but because it's a Trans-Mississippi card, it has to be used in the Trans-Mississippi Theater. So, as previously discussed, we talked about Price moving up to Springfield. Okay, so dice differential issue, Confederate initiative. So we've got 2 action points to utilize, and I think the first one is going to be, let's take a quick look at some stuff. All right, looking at West Virginia, we know West Virginia is going to be an issue, and we know the Federals are going to be aggressive there. Fortunately, we don't have a lot for defense. We've got basically 1 SP defending here and 1 SP we could maybe pull up that way, but the problem is stacks without a general have only 3 movement points. At best, because of the mountain passes, we could use this guy for support to come over here, but he'd be stuck on this turn. And then, but at least he'd be in a position to give assistance, on a future turn. That's an option. Another option, we could maybe activate this guy here. We could start railroading him up to give support. All in all, Confederates need to focus on concentrating forces, especially in the Eastern Theater. We only have 2. So yeah, I think in this case, short term, what we're going to do is activate this hex, this unit here. 1, 2, and then make it as a +1 to go across. It only has 3 movement points, so it doesn't have enough to move across the mountain. But what that will do is that will put him in a position on next turn, because there's a decent chance that this guy's going to get bumped or bounced. But if he doesn't, then at least he can put himself here. Actually, let's put it here instead. Because if this guy loses a battle and he doesn't get destroyed, he can retreat back to here. That's enough space for him to come to reinforce him. So at least he's in a position there to support. My section action point, I'm going to activate this hex here, this hex, for him to move 1, 2, 3, get him up to up towards Springfield. In the interest of getting the Confederates consolidated down near Springfield, I am going to go ahead and spend the Trans-Mississippi card to get an extra action point to activate Price and his stack and move them. They've got movement points of 4 movement points, so 1, 2, 3. They could get to Springfield. I am going to leave them there, so that way on successive turns we can just not lose any movement points or action points. So, well, there we go for turn 1, action phase 1 of the Confederate turn. To recap, we activated an SP out here on Staunton, moved them in position to give support to West Virginia. And then we activated Price and spent a card to consolidate near Springfield. And with that, it turns to the Union phase of turn 1, action phase 1. All right, here we're going to start turn 1, action phase 1 of the Union side. First things first, going to give the cards a quick shuffle. And a cut and a draw. West. That, So we've got 2. I think I'm going to spend my 2. We got Lion, McClellan. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Activating, spending 1 activation point on Lion. Lion is a 2/1/5 commander. That means he can move 5 hexes. And the really cool thing is when you move through a hex in a region that you control that contains an enemy flag, it doesn't cost anything to remove it. So technically at the moment, Missouri is controlled by the Union. So all the Union has to do is, or Lion has to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these control markers get removed just by the fact that he moved through them. So previous commentary about stuff being spread out before. Not too bad. All right. The next part in our plan is to activate McClellan with our remaining action point. And we are going to start our advance into Philippi. So we're going to activate McClellan to attack here. He's a 1/1/4. McClellan is just attacking with 2 strength points against the Confederate 1 strength point. Taking a quick look at the combat chart here. McClellan is attacking with 2, so McClellan will roll a die, and he's got a +1 to his attack. So he'll be here. The Confederates are defending with 1 right here. So I'll roll 2 dice and we'll compare. All right. Union rolls 6 +1, Confederates roll a 3, so 7 to 3. Let's take a quick look at the chart. All right, looking at the chart, McClellan attacking with 2 gets a 7, causing 1 casualty. The Confederates with 1, they just roll a 3. It's a diamond, causing no casualties. So the Union wins. Confederate strength point is removed. So an interesting thing to keep in mind is that McClellan attacked with 2 against 1 SP, and because Melton McClellan at least doubled how many he was attacking, McClellan can continue to advance. So what that means, McClellan is going to do he's going to go, there's one into Philippi and he has 3 more. Because he has at least 2, he can spend a movement point to capture Philippi, which he will do. 2. And then he will move over to Weston for 3, and then spend 0.4 to capture in Weston. So it's a small battle, but a significant battle. This will certainly be a battle that would make it into the newspapers and would probably engender him to the hearts of everybody in the North. And then, you know, would be a reason why he ends up getting moved to the east once that stuff happens out there. So the Union is going to hold on to the west card at the moment. Yeah, for future use. So now we are back to, that's the end of the phase. All of the action points on both sides have been used. So now we roll for action phase 2. Four to 3. So Union will have the impetus, but it'll be a dice difference of 1. Like that. And that'll be the end of the video. I think there could be some debate, especially with this house rule where I'm reshuffling the cards. You know, I could use the west card to get an extra action in the west, you know, in here. But I think I'd rather keep the pool and have it available for a further action. So with that, we'll bring this video to a close. And we'll see you guys next time with turn 1, phase 2 with the Union's initiative.